Okay, in the first book, you took the reader to some amazing places in Walt Disney World, but you also introduced us to some historical places in Florida, like the Gamble Place, that had something to do with the Disney history. Do you do that again in the second book?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Florida native, and so to me, part of the fun of the first book was kind of building some storylines on some real places that you could find in Florida. And for the readers, I mean, you can not only take the book to Disney and find the things in the book, but you could take the book to these other sites in the state. I mean, some of the locales and stuff. You can go there, you can see them. And I had the opportunity to go to those places and after the book was out and interact with people there. So I mean, the Gamble Place was one of them. You know, there's some places mentioned in College Park that were very real, that people, you know, have gone and taken pictures of and things like that. So yeah, there's more of that in the second book. And I think the reason that it becomes so fascinating for me is because you know, Florida was not a new locale for Walt Disney. He has some roots here in Florida that I build upon in the story as well, and probably some roots in Florida that people don't know about.
Mm-hmm. Since we are doing this interview and we have a lot of people listening in, can you give us a hint to what we'll find in the second book?
Well, sure. A little hint. You know, it's a mystery, it's a thriller. What if, maybe, just possibly, in the second book, there's a major sequence of the book that would take place in a very old, hidden, out of the way cemetery that the reader could take the book to, and if they were able to take the book there and find this old cemetery, which really might exist, they might actually find some things in that cemetery that actually have ties back to Walt Disney. And I'm not saying it's in the book, but I'm just saying if you were looking for a peek and maybe a glimpse at some of these historical sites that might be there, maybe, just maybe, you might find an amazing little cemetery with some very unique characteristics that become important in the story. How about that? Is that good?
Sounds very intriguing.
Okay.